Hello and welcome to another update video about Cardano. In this video we're going to take a look at what Cardano is doing and also what Bitcoin is doing. And we start with Bitcoin first, and then we're going to have a look at Cardano. Here on CoinMarketCap we can see that I think today Binance Coin again flipped with Cardano. You know, they've been battling around this third place for a while now, back and forth, back and forth. At some point Cardano is before Binance, at some point Binance is before Cardano, and so on. So this is just a back and forth between both of them, but I thought it was still worth pointing out because Binance made this pump here. As far as I understand, this was mainly because of the announcement of a new fund in my understanding. But you know, these pumps or news in my view are always just short-term catalysts, but still good gains to be made here, good profits. And we're going to start with Bitcoin first. So with Bitcoin, it continues to trade in this channel, in this ascending channel. Now we had a breakout to the upside. Well, it did break back in, break below it, luckily found support here. So we're now at a potential breakout build-up phase where we could potentially break through the upper side of that channel again, making higher highs here, higher lows here in the, but this is already on the hourly time frame. There, I think this is normally looking like a breakout phase here, where we're getting closer to the level. Sellers can't push the price away anymore, and when we see this, typically this could lead to a breakout. So watch that level. That will be interesting, probably in the next few hours. Now it could of course also break to the downside, but I think in this case it's more likely now to break to the upside because we have this these higher highs and higher lows, and this is where really we see this final breakout to the upside. There could be a little bit of a pushback now, but if that is failed, then we'll break to the upside, I'm pretty sure. And that level, sorry, that level is at 57,350 roughly, and we can see that while we're making this video, maybe we are marching through, and you can see just at this moment a potential breakout. You can see the volatility. Where's the volume? I think we have good volume on the chart, to be honest. It's not bad volume at the moment. So yeah, I think we are marching through at the moment. Maybe at the end of the video we're going back. Please remember that we are currently in this larger channel as well. So we put that on the chart a few days ago. I think it's always good to have these channels on the chart just to be able to orient ourselves. And as long as we are in this channel, you know, we need to understand that there will be a lot of volatility, because you can come down all the way to the lower support level of that channel and then come up again, and this is just quite volatile. You know, just if we go to the lower end of this channel now, you know, these are like 20%, and that just explains why the crypto market is so volatile. You know, you have these wide channels and then you have these 20-30% corrections. That is just what happens, sometimes fast, sometimes it takes a moment, but these are good pullbacks. You know, when you get a pullback here, these are normally good trade entries. I just want to mention it because it just provides hopefully some added value. Instead of going up here in the middle or somewhere, these are normally good long entries. You know, if you're in an uptrend anyway, and then you get a pullback and then you go back in. But this is a Cardano video, so we're going to take a look at Cardano. Cardano is doing something nice at the moment, at least, you know, short term. What we've got forming here is, yeah, we found here, yeah, maybe like a double bottom actually here at the 208 level. Since then we've climbed up back again into this triangle pattern within which we were trading. Here you can see the lower support, the resistance here is quite a large triangle. So we've bounced back in, which is good. Came up above two horizontal support levels, the 213, and there was another one here which formed only on the lower term time frames, which is basically this one here, 214. So we are above them, and yeah, I mean, we got a bit of rejection here at this high. This was at 217, this local high here. You can see we tried to get all the way up to there, but had a bit of pushback from sellers. But that just shows that, you know, the buyers are there, just not ready yet. So we could potentially go up further here, but we need to break that level now. That is a critical one. Had pushback here already, so maybe we're going to climb up further. That would be nice. I mean, for a few days now we've been at the at the lower end of this triangle really. And yeah, when do we break out? You know, nobody knows. I think we are as we are moving along here, we had to readjust the triangle a few times, broke down, then a new triangle formed. So it's a bit painful. It seems like a never-ending story here with Cardano, but you know that. And I hope these videos help you through a little bit, through the waiting, because Cardano is just doing this. Cardano is sometimes it just has these long phases where nothing is happening. And then suddenly it will break out and surprise us all. And that is when you get these very fast pumps and price increases. And that's why I prefer to hodl it long term and just be in Cardano, because you never know when it's going to happen really. You can only watch the breakout levels, and if you see a breakout, then it can suddenly go very, very fast. But we can see certainly that is why I'm still a bit bearish short term on Cardano. We just have failed to see this breakout to the upside that we have seen with so many other cryptos. And as you know, I'm still skeptical of this current uptrend. No doubt money can be made with Bitcoin, for example, but it is just not that structure that you would want to see based on the Elliott Wave method. I know there are always people who say it doesn't follow Elliott Waves and so on, but that's just a method that I started to use. And based on that, I think I'm still a bit skeptical. This could still be an A, B, C correction where we come down once more. And that is the case until we get it invalidated. No doubt you can go into long trades, and I've been talking about potential short-term price increases. Absolutely, but I also want to show you the longer-term trend, at least what I understand as the longer-term trend. And we won't know until we get to the all-time high, to be honest. And I want to be fully transparent here. We won't know, but it is, in my view, the more realistic scenario to come down once more. And again, I'll be criticized for that, but that is my view. You can see that Cardano hasn't even picked up that uptrend yet, and is possibly still down at A, B, C correction, or whatever, A down, and maybe we are still forming another B to the upside and then come down once more. And that is still my view. That is still what I see in the charts, and I'm of course happy if we pump up, but just want to make you aware that a lot of people, you can see this on this overview here, there are actually currently 800,000 addresses out of the money, which means they bought at higher levels. A lot bought actually near the all-time high. Then we have these people buying between 222 and 248 and 220 to 222. So a lot of them, no doubt, will be hodlers as well. I showed you yesterday the overview here of people, the number of long-time hodlers just increasing, and it just needs to load it. But we had it somewhere here. Number of long-term hodlers, never been that many long-term hodlers. So you can see it here, it's just going up. So certainly, I mean, currently we have how many? 250,000 long-term holders, which means these are the people who've been holding it longer than a year. But that still means we have quite a lot here of not, that long-term holders. These people might still be staking their coins and so on, but there is a chance that when we get back to these levels, that a lot of them will try to break even, will sell, because people are nervous. People want to get out of Cardano probably when we reach these levels, and we need to shake all of these people out who want to sell before we can really get sustainable price increases. That's just what it is, because weekends, need to be shaken out. Otherwise, the resistances will be very strong. So there will be a little bit of pushback in our way to the upside, in my view. And as I said, I think we come down once more, but this is still bullish, because I think we have to get to these lower levels, as I've said so many times before we can get back to a sustainable move to the upside. And maybe we don't, but it's just my opinion. And eventually that's the only thing I can share on these YouTube videos, based on and I talked about Elliott Waves before on this channel. I won't mention all the counts in every video here, but it is just what comes out of the counts, So ABC correction, and we just haven't failed to see that major move to the upside. And even if we come here now, maybe back to 280, that could still be a corrective move here overall. And while everybody is interested in short-term moves as well, I think you're also interested in, what's probably going to happen in the next few weeks. So I always try to give you a bit of an outlook. And while many people say it's always just going up, no, it's not. And there are people who always want to hear them. Let's call them the moon boys, which is fine. And I like to hear these news as well, that everything's always going up, but also reality is important, and it's not always everything going up. And you know, today I had a comment that told me that I have a very negative bias on Cardano, but of course I don't, because it's my biggest holding and I hold it long term. But in this videos we're talking about the price, and when I started to talk about further price drops, I mean, we were somewhere at around 250, I think, before we then moved down once more. And that was because I saw back here an ABC correction. Now I thought that was the A, the B and the C, but I start to feel like, you know, yeah, maybe that was the A, but maybe we haven't finished the B yet to the upside. So that could come, and then we can see our move down to the C eventually. Now I hope that's not true, but in the end it doesn't matter. For long-term holders it doesn't. It's actually good for long-term holders, because that gives you the chance to buy some more ADA before we then finally call it to, you know, unleash the dragon here. You know, we talked about the dragon pattern, little insider here. So and then at some point we're going to move up, and yeah, it's not looking bad, you know, but we just need to finally do something here, because it starts to get a bit boring, to be honest. And you know, I hope these videos keep you through, hold you, you know, help you a little bit through that painful range market in which we are at the moment. But we are getting there every day. We're getting closer to our goal to get back to the 450 level. Talked about the 450 at least for the next wave to the upside, the major wave, yeah. And that major wave will consist of further ups and downs, of course. But that is the goal for me in the next few months still, till the end of the year. And again, I could be wrong with that, but that's what my view is. We're talking about a few months here, and hopefully before the end of the year we'll reach that target. Yeah, I hope, you know, you liked the video. If you did, please smash the like button, and if you want to follow me on this crypto journey, then please subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.